Welcome back. Today, we're going to watch Village of the Damned from 1995. Let's get started. The story takes place in the sleepy coastal town of Midwich. Here we meet a group of people, including Dr. Alan Chaffee, aka Superman, a school teacher named Jill, and a government epidemiologist. Oh yes, and this preacher is him, but here he's just a preacher. One morning, people are celebrating the town's anniversary. Everyone is busy with their own things when suddenly something, we don't know what, quietly passes through the town, and everyone, people and animals, faint on the spot. Except Alan, who's out of town. Of course, with these sudden faints, some people end up having worse luck. Federal agents arrive at the scene soon. Like this woman, Dr. Susan Werner. The area is cordoned off, but after a few hours, the effect disappears and everything returns to normal. The town is under quarantine, and both doctors start quoting writers.
Did you ever hear of Charles Fort?
I suggest you read Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah, great help for research. The next scenes reveal what the phenomenon left in its wake. 10 women became pregnant at the same time. No one knows what's going on. So the town holds a meeting to talk about what happened. Dr. Werner proposes to pregnant women, without further ado, that they offer themselves as lab rats for government research in exchange for monetary aid. All of them are worried and don't know what to do. And here, I don't know what happens, but some of them have strange dreams on a blue background, but eventually they all decide to give birth to their babies. And now, in my what the hell section, women give birth to their babies in a barn. What the hell? Why not in a hospital? It's no secret what's happening. Anyway, babies are born, except for one.
I'm sorry, it's stillborn.
The doctor takes the baby and hides it. Well, some time passes and we see that everyone is happy with their children. Dr. Werner talks to Alan about some genetic anomalies in children. The first thing we can see is that they grow fast. Wow, they really do it super fast. The next thing is they're too smart. And the big thing for this plot, they can read and control minds, and they're bad as shit. Just look at this. Oh, man. And if that's not enough, she makes her own mom jump off a cliff. Dr. Werner meets with the government's bad guys, and they discuss how children's powers cause deaths and accidents. However, she asks to continue with the investigation. The children have grown up, have white hair, and move as a group everywhere. And this girl is the boss. Here, one of these girls is having an eye exam when this eye doctor accidentally pours a liquid that hurts the girl's eye. And then... yeah, if you mess with one, you mess with all of them. These little brats can make your life really miserable. Everyone in the town is worried and doesn't know how to stop these kids. One of these kids is David, who for some reason did not grow as much and is not bad as the rest. One day, they are walking together when David walks away from the group and heads to the cemetery where he finds the woman who lost the baby. Alan shows up and David explains that he and the baby who died were meant to be together, but no one understands what it means. Alan is also a school teacher for these kids. For a moment, the kids are alone in the classroom and a drunk janitor enters. Who hires an old drunk to work at an elementary school? He starts threatening them and fooling around with a stick until... man, are you crazy? Well, you can imagine what follows.
That was brutal.
Alan wants to know who the hell the kids are, and Dr. Werner, who must be the worst government agent because she spits it all out, tells Alan the truth and shows him the body of the baby who died, and seems to be an alien or something. Later, the boss of the albino Cosa Nostra tells Alan that the kids will all live together in the barn, and he will have to provide for their needs. Parents leave their children in the barn. David's mother tries to convince him that he's not like the others, without success. One of the parents, repentant, decides to get his daughter back, but the little bastards send him away. Yeah, in their own way. Dr. Werner tells Alan that the army swept away other colonies of children like these in different parts of the world. Midwich is next on the list, so they must leave the place. Alan goes to the farm, but this time making an effort to block out his thoughts. The gang boss talks about her place in the world. She tells them that they have to leave because soon they will be able to form new colonies, and gives a speech about survival of the fittest, the inevitability of things,
I am inevitable,
and their superiority over humans. What a charm this girl. Obviously, Alan tries to teach them about compassion, but this doesn't work. Here, the preacher tries to get rid of these children, but the brats surprise him, and, well, you can imagine the rest. Bye-bye, Luke. May the Force be with you. The town, already tired, gets together in an angry mob to go after the children, but one of the mothers ends up being barbecued. Dr. Werner was getting ready to escape, but she is intercepted and forced to perform a painful autopsy on herself on a table. Ugh, that must really hurt. Meanwhile, Alan gets some explosives from somewhere. The army and the police are heading to the barn. Jill goes to school to get a phone and finds Alan there. And so Alan updates Jill on what's going on. She then wants to go save David, but Alan tells her that he can't do anything about it and then leaves, leaving her locked up. Yes, behind a glass door. The army and the police are arriving at the barn, but the kids use their mental powers and make everyone kill each other. I'm not going to clean that. Alan, who besides being a doctor and a school teacher, can now also make bombs. Dude, can you fly too? Oh, right, is heading to the barn with an armed time bomb. He tries to get David out of the barn, but the little boss gets in the way. Jill escapes and tries to take David away, but the kids stop her. These kids make me nervous. But with the kids' focus on Alan, Jill gets David out of there. Finally, the kids break Alan's mental block, but it's too late because the barn explodes and Alan sacrifices himself in the process, and that's it.
We'll go someplace where nobody knows who we are.
And just like that, Jill and David leave the town.
And scene.
Well, this was Village of the Damned. No plot twists, no surprises, nothing. It is what it is. Just another remake with only a few small changes. So I'm going to rate this movie with 2 stars, hardly. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and
Good night, and good luck.